I'm about to talk about what no newer Destiny 2 player feels comfortable talking about: Vault Item Management. You see, I've been playing Destiny 2 for almost 300 hours at this point, and while that may seem like a lot to some, I feel as though I'm just scratching the surface when it comes to understanding the in-game meta. As a newer player, I feel like Destiny 2 throws a lot at you at one time to see what sticks. And in my journey, I've traveled throughout the galaxy, scoring victories in Crucible, banking moats in Gambit, besting champions in Nightfalls, and overcoming challenging foes and puzzles that can be found in dungeons and raids. But there's still one thing I've been too afraid to try: dismantling my loot. All throughout my journey, I've been collecting this valuable gear and weapons that I've barely been able to try before tossing them into the vault, too afraid to let go of the time or not knowledgeable enough to know whether it was a god roll or not and whether that would benefit my subclass, fire team, or abilities. I'd usually let the activities I was doing, friends I was playing with, or suggestions from the internet help me decide what I used up to this point. All of this has led me to the dreaded vault capacity, which means it's time to sort out my vault. Some of this is pretty self-explanatory. You obviously want to keep the best gear you have, but what if you have similar weapons with different mods? How do you know what are even good mods to look out for? There are hundreds of thousands of videos out there that could help you with this very thing. But for me, it comes down to my playstyle and functionality of any given item. So I started asking myself some very simple questions. How will this affect my playstyle? Will it benefit my build or fire team members? What activity would I use this for? Those are the kind of questions I would ask myself over and over before making any permanent decision. All I can say at the end of the day is pay attention to everything, which, again, might be obvious to some, but the amount of text that you'll read in this game's description of items, and I say this as someone who enjoys reading, will make you wanna, It can be a little confusing and even overwhelming if you don't have a greater understanding of all the unique systems in Destiny 2. But if you don't know, you should ask. The greater Destiny 2 community is always willing to offer advice to those who seek it. Well, the good ones anyway. YouTube is a great source for this information, as well as TikTok for all kinds of quick tips out there. I'm also making videos like these to help like-minded newer Destiny 2 players like myself get caught up. So if you're enjoying this content, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ask me questions of something maybe you're struggling with in Destiny 2. Lastly, I'd like to mention how fortunate I am to have some good friends who finally convinced me how good of a game Destiny 2 really is. You guys have been immeasurable to my overall enjoyment of my Destiny 2 experience. So if you're thinking about trying to get into Destiny 2 for the first time, or maybe it's just been a while since you've been in it, make sure to bring a buddy or two along with you, and try to find a helpful Destiny 2 community somewhere and ask for help. I'll leave a link in the description for our own Columbus Gaming Community Discord if you're interested. And if you've made it this far, I'd like to thank you for watching. Remember to keep your eyes up, Guardians. I'll see you in the next one.